I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Lo, time to bring the bass bird.
swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at his 4.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
At the 48-yard line.
91 is the mark. Right here. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. You got 3.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Defense, let's go.
This is Hines. And he'll go down at the 28. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Running right, Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Three down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
6-6, pull it high.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Jones has it. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Ready.
From the gun, Wilhelm. And able to find Alan Lazard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Wilhelm. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Wilhelm. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Switch. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Mariota. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Topper, topper.
25, check 25.
Let go.
Throwing on 1st down. Wilhelm. It's caught. This is White. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Now Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Recon, 132 fighter. Get it.
They'll try the right side with Jones. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat?
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. On play action, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Watch out, watch out.
On first down, it's Hines. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a give, right side. Hines. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
218, chop.
Jones. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Ready, ready.
Operating from the gun, Wilhelm. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Here we go, here we go. 18, Gator.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Colin Saunders gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
It's now 3rd down.
Ready, ready. 50, plant.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Deep grip, deep grip.
On 3rd down, Wilhelm. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
Hey. Out.
Pilot, 64, weak. Say go.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check three, check three.
Hey, wahoo!
40's
Get it.
2nd and 4. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run it with Jones. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. There he goes right side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 77 yards. as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Greystone, travel. Snap.
Out of the shotgun is Jones. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Come on.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Wilhelm. He's going to launch this thing way down into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We got to step it up. Check 15. Check 15.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. First down.
One.
Check that.
Now Mariota. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
At the 35-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
One. We got 3. 5.
Mariota now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mariota to throw it. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Wilhelm. And his throw is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's get this, get this.
Yes.
Go get him. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, Wilhelm. Throwing left side, it's complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Double time. Alert. 3 out. Check 3.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Preston Smith there on the stop. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. Check.
They run again with Hines. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The Lions on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On third down, it's Hines. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down, Lions.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Now it's Hines. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
He's checked my team. 36. Alert 3.
On second down, Michelle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He's got it. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Watch the safety creep.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Mike, 56.
5.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check, 56. I got it.
Back to the air on second down. Wilhelm. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he will score. Touch. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Yep. We got it. Bravo.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, Get it.
Looking to throw. Wilhelm. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike's 56. I don't think you got it, son.
On first down, Wilhelm. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right there, 56.
So don't say nothing.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here it comes.
2nd and 6. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Check.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 50.
Go.
56. I'm here all day. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Ready.
On first and 10, Wilhelm. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Smooth.
Mike 40.
Operating from the gun, Wilhelm dancing to his left. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
65.
Hey, Haywood.
40 to Mike. Let's go heavy. Let me watch you.
Shoot.
Back to throw. Wilhelm flushed out right. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
27, Packers 24.
Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Hines. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, no, he lost the football. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Detroit, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself.